an asexual activist, model, writer, and researcher. If anyone wants a visual description, I'm a black girl in fishnet tights, a plaid shirt, and an Iron Maiden t-shirt. And yes, I do actually listen to Iron Maiden, if anyone was wondering. Now, I'm very honored to be here speaking at my first ever protest. As someone who was actively involved in the ban conversion therapy campaign, it felt very timely. Through my work as an activist, I have had the opportunity to connect with asexual people across the country and across the world. And I have seen the diversity of our community firsthand, the kind of ace representation that the media doesn't often show you. And I've heard the struggles that we continue to face, the struggles that you also hear about a lot less often. Now, it is widely believed that asexual people make up around 1% of the population. And while I believe that it's likely to be a lot more than that, there aren't many of us. Just like there isn't a huge population of trans people, despite what headlines would lead you to believe. And yet, there has always been a very big overlap between the trans and the ace community. The AIDS Community Survey 2019 found that 27% of its respondents identified as being neither male nor female. 25% identified as non-binary, and 17% as transgender. And that is the intersection that I wanted to stand up for today. Because the National LGBT Survey 2019 found that asexual people are 10% more likely to be offered or to undergo conversion therapy compared to other orientations. And while that might be surprising to some people, it is not surprising to me, because asexuality is still a pathologized orientation, just like many queer orientations before it, in the International Classification of Diseases in the UK and Europe. It is medicalized as hypoactive sexual desire disorder. If you were to go to a doctor and describe asexuality to them, you're more likely to be told that you're sick and in need of treatment before you're told that you're asexual. And this is an issue that I started hearing about back in 2018, before I heard about the ban conversion therapy campaign and before it really picked up its momentum. I have met asexual people that have been told that they need to be fixed, that have been given medication which makes absolutely no difference aside from negatively impacting their physical and mental health, and who have been left with the scars of that conversion therapy for the rest of their lives. And yet, ace voices are one of those that are constantly missing from the conversation when it comes to conversion therapy, just like trans people are missing from the protection for conversion therapy. 1 in 5 trans people, 20%, have been pressured to access services to suppress their gender identity while accessing healthcare. And that makes ace and trans people 2 of the most vulnerable populations, and yet both are excluded from the ban on conversion therapy. And the trans conversion therapy ban has been hotly debated, and it shouldn't be a debate. But the ace conversion therapy ban isn't even included in the conversation, and it should be. I attended a panel event a few days ago concerning the LGBT+ Commission report by the Court of Justice of the European Union, which was heavily concerned with the injustice faced by LGBT+ people and conversion therapy. But just that, LGBT, no actual plus, even though it said it on the front cover. Asexuality was not mentioned once in this report, and I found out later that it wasn't included in the research at all. And it's a continuous pattern. And that's why this year I launched the Stonewall and Yasmin Benoit ACE project in partnership with Stonewall the charity, the UK's first ever even the dog liked it. It is the UK's first ever asexual rights initiative, and we will be producing a report into asexual discrimination in the UK so that we can have policy and legislative change that will protect asexual people the way we all need to be protected. And by that I mean all ace people, not just the palatable kind, not just the uncontroversial kind, all of the intersections, all of the races, all of the gender identities, all of the intersections throughout the UK.
Woo!
And I don't say any of this because I think it should be a competition. I think that there is already far too much division and exclusionism within the LGBTQIA+ community. And it shouldn't be about who is more oppressed than who. There are enough seats for everyone. We all deserve equality and protection in this country and beyond. We all deserve to be represented and included. We need to use this time to stand together, as all of you are today, to fight for the most vulnerable before we all become the most vulnerable. Thank you.
Woo!